When their lives were condemned or criminalized, LGBTQ filmmakers and allies fought to put their issues, their dreams, and themselves on the big screen.
You know how hard it was to find these films? It's like one of the few race films that she ever starred in.
In celebration of Pride, on this IMDb brief, we recognize 6 unsung heroes of LGBTQ film history and the movies that changed the face of the film industry forever. In 1919, Austrian writer-director Richard Oswald debuted his film Different from the Others, and it was soon after censored. Oswald had created what's considered the first pro-gay film ever, starring Conrad Veidt, who you may recognize as inspiration for Batman's nemesis, the Joker. Different from the Others is about a violinist who falls for his student, then is blackmailed for his sexual orientation. The film presents an overtly sympathetic gay character over a half-century before Hollywood would attempt to do the same with The Boys in the Band, a milestone film that hasn't exactly aged well.
Are you calling me a screaming queen or a tired fairy?
I beg your pardon.
Oswald was far ahead of his time, and his landmark film was nearly wiped from the pages of history by the Nazi regime that overtook Germany and sent him fleeing to the US. But one copy survived, which is still screened and saluted at film festivals to this day. During World War I, Dorothy Arzner got her foot in the door at Paramount Pictures, working her way up from typing scripts to editing to shooting extra bullfighting scenes for Rudolph Valentino's 1922 silent romance, Blood and Sand. She leveraged that success into directing 4 silent pictures for Paramount before the studio entrusted her to direct its first talkie, 1929's The Wild Party. When star Clara Bow struggled with the newfangled sound equipment, Arzner attached a microphone to a fishing rod and invented the first boom mic.
Heaven help the man if you do. Heaven help any man.
Arzner, who never conformed to her modern-day conventions, nor did she hide her long-term relationship with choreographer Marion Morgan, also bucked conventions in her art. In 1940's Dance Girl Dance, starring Maureen O'Hara and Lucille Ball, may seem like diversionary fare as a burlesque buddy comedy, and it was treated as such at the time. But modern critics reinterpret the work as an early indictment of the hypersexualization of women on film, and this earned it a spot in the U.S. National Film Registry in 2007.
What do you suppose we think of you up here? With your silly smirks your mothers would be ashamed of.
From the golden age of Hollywood, we move to the underground scene of 60s and 70s New York, where twin brothers Mike and George Kuchar evolved the lo-fi into a high art. Alongside Andy Warhol and Stan Brakhage, the Kuchars made a splash with a non-stop output of bizarre and compelling short films with the brothers, their family, and their friends in the lead roles, like Hold Me While I'm Naked and Sins of the Fleshopoids, silent sci-fi camp with comic strip word bubbles providing the dialogue. Moving to San Francisco to teach film in the 1970s, the Kuchars kept on creating, contributing to the gonzo black comedy horror Thundercrack, and shooting decades of video diaries of their daily lives. Their far-reaching influence was summed up beautifully in the 2009 documentary It Came From Kuchar, which features acolytes like Wayne Wang, Adam Egoyan, and John Waters.
Really should get an award, they should be knighted, really.
Now to the 90s for Cheryl Dunye, a visionary filmmaker who uses a faux documentary style to tell real stories about being a lesbian woman of color, and she calls them Dunye-mentories.
I don't know, but girlfriend has it going on, and I think I've figured out what my project's gonna be on. I'm gonna make a movie about her.
That's Dunye in her breakout film, The Watermelon Woman, a fake doc about a fictional black actress lost to time. Dunye continued to make films throughout the 2000s, and in the past few years has found new success producing and directing TV series, like Ava DuVernay's Queen Sugar, Lena Waithe's The Shy, and Jordan Peele's upcoming Lovecraft Country.
I thought the world was one way, and found out it isn't.
Now we head to the Sundance Film Festival, where writer-director Silas Howard broke out with the first film he ever directed, 2001's By Hook or By Crook.
There's a bathroom!
The film has been called the seminal work of the new trans movement, and Howard has been creating ever since, becoming the first trans director on Transparent, and coming back to Sundance in 2018 with A Kid Like Jake, a film about parents struggling with their child's gender identity, starring Jim Parsons and Claire Danes. You can add all these pioneering shorts, docs, and films to your watch list, and for more unsung heroes and trending tales, stay glued to imdb.com/imdbrief.